Hi, my name is Angelica, and I'm your tutor for BrightSparkz. So today, let's do a little bit of a demonstration on what online learning can look like for a grade 8 math session. So let's work on classifying different types of numbers. But before that, let's make sure that we have our pencil ready and our paper ready and glass of water or a bottle on the side because it's going to be a interesting, fun session, right? Okay, do I see that we have our paper and pens ready? Perfect. Now, before we do our classifying numbers, it's important that we do a little bit of a warm-up with our little drum roll multiplication table, right? So now for our session, what I would like you to do is we write down everything that we see on our screen. Why? Because it's really important to be able to write down what we're learning. And as we're writing down, it's important that we say that words out loud. So we're having a double, experience on learning, and it's really important to reinforce what we have learned. And at any point or time that you have any questions, just say, "Hey, Angelica, let's stop for a second and look at what we have just learned or any questions that we have." Okay? So let's write down these multiplication questions. 1 times 2, 3 times 4, 5 times 7, and 6 times 8. All right, let's give it a shot. What's 1 times 2? 2. 3 times 4? 12, right? 5 times 7? 35. And 6 times 8? 48. Perfect. Now that our brain is a bit awake, now we can work on our numbers review. So, given our class, in our class last time, what have we learned so far? Right, about whole numbers. So what are whole numbers? Let's write this down. Whole numbers are numbers that do not need to be represented with fraction or decimal, right? What's a fraction again? Right. Did I hear 1/2? Okay. What's another one? 3/4. Right. And what about an example of a decimal? 0.3? Okay, perfect. And 0.5. Okay. What's another fact about whole numbers have we learned? Right. They cannot be negative. So that means that our whole numbers are always positive. So give me an example of a whole number. Right. 2. Another one. 50. And one last one. 100. Perfect. Now let's look at a different example of number. Do we have that in mind right now? Right. Integers. A very nice name, right? Integers are whole numbers. And their opposite. So what does that mean? What did we say that whole numbers have to be? Right. They have to be positive, right? We said before that they cannot be negative. So that means integers can be positive because there are like whole numbers. And it says also their opposite. So what's the opposite of positive? Negative, right? So that means Our integers are positive numbers and negative numbers, but in the sense that they're counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or negative numbers. Oops, I might have given that away for examples. So, what is an example of an integer? Right, 2, negative 2, right, 50, and negative 100. Perfect. So that is our bit of a demo on grade 8 math tutoring for BrightSparkz. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope that you give it a try. Thank you so much, and have a great day.